Legends, good morning! We have a big day today, and we have a big day today because of a friend of mine. Not because he's organised anything nice for us. We need to exact revenge upon him because while I was in Milan, he took the opportunity of me being out the country to completely decimate my territory in Oxford. I owned almost the whole of Oxford City, and the coward that he is waited for me to be away, and he essentially now owns, well, this is what the map looked like before I went to Milan. This is what it looks like now. I'm green, he's blue. And instead of doing the same runs I did before just to get the territory back, this is all on interval by the way. Instead of doing the same runs to get the territory back that I did before, I thought, why don't I just big dick it and just do a lap of the whole of Oxford? And I put it into ChatGPT, and it told me it's about marathon distance. I then put it into Claude and it told me it was 26 kilometers. So the plan started of just doing a lap of Oxford, but now the plan is lap Oxford until I've done marathon distance. So we're on our way to Decathlon now to get some gels. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm not going for like a time. I just want to cover the distance. Assuming it's going to be somewhere around 4 hours, I'm going to need some gels. So we're going to get those now. And I've also been carb loading like a motherfucker the last few days. I'm talking 800 grams of carbs a day for the last 3 days. Those carbs have come almost exclusively in the form of crunchy nut cornflakes and fruit juice, and boy am I sick of cereal. So we're doing that run tonight. It has been so tempting to start the run before having properly carb loaded, because as I mentioned in the previous video, well, the brain hasn't been great. Anyway, gel me daddy. Oh, this is what we're after. I don't really know or care what the flavour difference is. I've had these before. They've agreed with me. Let's do this. What do you want variety pack? I'd rather know what's coming. Let's go to orange. Now, hydration is also probably something I should conquer. I want hydrogels, magnesium shots. I don't want anything fizzy. I haven't really planned the hydration side of this at all, which is definitely an oversight. I just get a big bottle. I'm not going to run with a bottle. What I'm going to do, I'm going to buy the hydration cells now and then just figure it out. Oh. If anyone's around and wants to just come and pass a rugby ball around with me, I'd be very appreciative. I don't really know why I'm still walking around. I have everything I need, but also looking around this sort of place is just kind of fun. Now, there is an argument for one of these things. A running belt sort of situation. Thing is, I just don't know if I can bring myself to run with a vest on. The belt's bad enough. Am I just making it harder for myself? Yes. Will I live to regret that decision? Maybe. Are we just gonna suck it and see? I think we are, yeah. I don't normally run a very high carb diet, and the last 2 days I've had 800 grams of carbs each day just to replenish glycogen stores and all that sort of stuff for the run tonight. And I can tell, I just feel hard and full, and it's definitely made a difference. I'm about 4 kilos heavier, and that's not all going to be carb. That's going to be a lot of water as well, because it's something like 1 gram of stored glycogen binds to 4 grams of water or something like that. Basically only a fifth of the weight I've put on will actually be carbohydrate. The rest of it will just be water I'm holding. I'm feeling like big, which I haven't felt in a while. 80.7 3 days ago. I'm now 84.7 kilograms, that is. Now I need to think about hydration strategy for the run and also carb strategy for the run. Each bottle of this I have has 80 grams of carbs in it. And you know what, let's go and look at the stuff I just bought. Welcome to Ted's layer of many facts and much knowledge. So these are the gels that I bought earlier. Hoping that's gonna focus. The only source of carbohydrate in these is a carbohydrate called maltodextrin, which is very good during exercise because it's got a high glycemic index, meaning it's digested easily and it's turned very quickly into glucose, which is the actual sugar your body needs to run off. This that we also kind of accidentally bought earlier, thinking it was just hydration stuff, I think is actually going to be better for the run, because this has maltodextrin for one, but also has fructose in it. And those two are digested by different pathways in the body. So if I was just having these, we'd max out the maltodextrin absorption. Stay with me. But with this, because there's maltodextrin and fructose, we can max out the maltodextrin and also max out the fructose. Like if we were just having this, we'd be absorbing all the carbs, good, but there'd be a whole other system that's being completely unutilized. So essentially, it's not quite 1-to-1, but if we use this, we'll get about 40% more carbohydrate into our system every hour. I'm gonna take a few of these with me, just because they're super easy to carry around and they fit in my belt, whereas this will have to be mixed in a bottle and maybe stashed somewhere on the run, because I ain't running with a bottle in my hand. And then this also has sodium and electrolytes and all that sort of stuff, so this is actually the go. These will be supplementary. I'm editing the video you've all just watched last week, by the way. That's Alex. Oh, and you know I said I was eating loads of cereal? I wasn't lying. I haven't opened this one. I was meant to have all 3 boxes of these yesterday. I had these 2. I couldn't bring myself to eat another 300 grams of crunchy nuts, so I've got a little bit of surplus of that. But then I had a liter of pineapple juice and that covered the rest of the carbs. I'm excited. I haven't run in ages. I just want to get going. Absolutely beautiful. All my gels around my arse. Don't know if you can see that. There you go. This is all gels. Final go in here. This is a flip belt. Put everything in it, flip it around. Keeps everything secure. Water, I would just stop in a shop when I need it. And other than that, we kind of just got to pray the knees behave. This will be 12K, over 12K further than I've ever run before. Oh, Strava and interval will be running. Let's go. Right, about 10K in, debating whether to stop some water. It's going to be my last opportunity to, in about 7K's time, until I get to 35K. I didn't bring any with me. Had 2 gels, I feel absolutely fine. Felt pretty shit after the first 5K, but it's kind of mellowed out. So I'll probably check in with you again around the half marathon distance, maybe 20K, whenever I next check my phone. Right, that's half distance done. Lungs feel good, legs feel good. I say that, my left ankle is causing some issues here. Right knee's surviving. Can't actually see where I'm going when I do that to myself. I'm 3/4 of the way around the ring road and only just done half distance, so I think I know what I'm going to tack onto the route, but it's a little bit sketchy. I don't know what pace I'm on. I think about 5:40, so it's kind of right. Whoa. Check in with you a bit later. Oh, I'm about to go pick up a water bottle of liquid salts and carbs. I'm feeling pretty good. 30K's in, done 1 full lap of Oxford, and I'm just gonna keep going around. There is a way of making it a full marathon, but running that road at night would be, well, suicidal. So had another 100 grams of carbs, just then a litre of water. And now it's just keep pulling along until 42.2 comes along. We'll see you at the end. Fuck. Well, the leg stopped. I think it was just under 38K. Less than 5K to go. My lungs are fine. I didn't feel out of breath at all for pretty much the whole thing. Lungs, VO2 max, fine. It's weirdly, my fucking groin and the back of my knees are what was screaming the most. And it was coming down this hill that I felt like it was just doing more bad than good. So see what I make of that in the morning. Still the longest I've ever run by 8.5K, but not what we wanted. We'll go again soon. Dude, I knew I was a salty sweater, but that is insane. Look at that, it's literally, it looks like I've dipped my face in table salt. See on my arms as well. Mad. Anyway, I'm gonna shower and go to bed, and we'll discuss that in the morning. Hello! It's been a little while since we last turned the camera on. Quite a lot has gone on. Could it have been the sort of stuff I was filming? Probably. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of my last 2 weeks. Since the failed marathon attempt, I've eased back into training. Couple sessions at the actual gym, couple sessions in my mate's garage. 3 or 4 10 to 15k runs, nice and easy, despite what this video looks like. We had the solar eclipse, which was pretty underwhelming and also made people act really weird. I booked a new client in Manchester, a client called Henry Lloyd. They do very British menswear and also like actual sailing gear. I stayed in a hotel last week, the night before that, instead of driving up in the morning. If you wait till you're in a hotel till you shave, doesn't matter, you know, if you don't clean the sink that well. It's dry. I don't have a skincare routine, but the day before a shoot I did put some oil on. And this oil was actually a present from the lovely Diana in Milan. A pipette situation. Let's use the camera rather than the actual mirror. A little bit of that. A little bit there. That's dry as shit. A little bit there. A little bit there. God, that smells good. I put a lot on, but I want to be moist for tomorrow. I'm working with them again tomorrow. No, I'm working with them again Wednesday, driving up tomorrow, stay in the hotel. Had quite a few calls, some business, some not, some chill, some not. Do you reckon there'll be a day where you ask me to do something where I'm not naked and or half naked?
Yes.
Wagwan, brother.
You good?
I'm loving life, mate. How are you? How was Legoland? You get your license? Oh no, that was a little one, wasn't it?
Yeah, carb license.
Oh, that's good. How many minors did you get?
2.
Damn. Well played,
He
eh?
loves it. Mate, he loves it.
What do you have to do for a Legoland driving test?
Guaranteed pass.
Well, yeah, imagine they were failing little kids. Legoland.
When we do your breaks?
Literally whenever. I could come in today. It depends how long it's going to take. Alright, what's any idea on what the damage is going to be?
I don't know. We said it wouldn't cost you.
Right, fine.
Sweet, alright.
Beautiful. Legend, mate. I'll see you on Monday. Thank you, boy. Bye. I reckon the damage is going to be quite high. I had a meeting with a good friend of mine called Sam Teal, who runs a production company. Super impressive young man. He's one young entrepreneur in the UK 1,000,000 times. During that meeting, this explains what happened during that meeting. My bag just got nicked in central London when I was having lunch with a mate from under the table. And my AirPods were in the bag, the only expensive thing that were. Used that to track where it was. And it brought me here, to this lovely looking building, which stinks of weed. And I was using the thing you can use to find my thing, you know, when you're within 10 meters. And weirdly enough, it was here. It was at 2 meters and it wouldn't go down unless I put my phone on the floor. So I'm like, right, okay, it's in this building, it's just in a basement under here. And as I'm getting up off the floor to go and get the bag, I see this. That is all my shit. Why would you nick someone's... I know why you'd nick someone's bag. You think there's expensive shit in it. But the fact my AirPods are still in there, you've essentially nicked my bag. It didn't have a wallet in it, by the way. Emptied it under some cunt's car and then fucked off. You didn't even take the expensive thing in. These thieves in London, I mean, it's kind of impressive, I guess. Like, that, well played, sir. Neither of us left the table at any point and he managed to nick a bag from under my feet. Well played. Got it back. Still quite annoying. I also had castings after that, so I showed up nice and sweaty. That was the first crime-related thing that happened. The second crime-related thing that happened was the people that I rent my old flat to. Well, I'm not gonna say too much, but it was the biggest drug bust in Oxford's history at the flat that I rent out. So those tenants were pretty cool. Safe to say they are now gone. Things are moving forward in stream as well. We had a little brainstorm session live about some new segments we can get going. This is the good side. This is the shit side. Good suggestions. Shit suggestions. Which will probably bring more strangers in here and you'll have to send them in on the Discord. Whether we do, I think we're probably going to do that as a weekly segment. Now, if one of you can help me with the alliteration on which day that should be, excellent work. Gold star for you. See me after class. And if you look at the screen, that's a little bit of a hint as to what you can expect in stream the next couple days. And finally, I had to go recatch the crayfish for a few reasons. One, the storage on that was an issue. We had to eat them pretty quick. I was storing them in a bucket. There's a hose pipe ban. You can't change the water, blah, blah, blah. Tell you what there isn't though. Well, you'll see how I worked around that now that I'm back in my own flat. So here's the little saga of getting those. Fellas. See, the problem we're having is because it hasn't rained in so long. The river is so low. I don't know how well you can see that, but you'd think that would be an ideal place to put it. But then you've got all these like boulders in front, and these little crustaceans aren't amazing at climbing. I'm gonna head a little bit further up. I've put them down here before, I'm pretty sure. The thing is here though, this is where some of the canal boats moor up sometimes. So you run the risk of having a boat parked on top of it, which I mean is fine, but it does make it a little annoying to get out of the water. Ooh, that's not solid ground. I'm also just quite far away from home now. Maybe in here? I think the river's gonna be too low here. And also look, I don't want it to get caught up with this thing, so I keep going up. This is looking a little more promising. Just the question is, can I get down to the water line? And also, you see how this is an artificial bank? This means it's a no-go, because obviously they can't make their burrows in that, so we can't use that. I might just have to go back to where we did it before and just put it in a few different places. We're gonna go back. I've got some ideas. There are fish heads rapidly thawing in this bag. Right, because we need this to be a big haul, and I've got 3 traps. I just went back to the fish market to buy another salmon head, 3 quid, not too expensive. I did, however, then have to go and pay in the butcher's and accidentally have bought 48 pounds worth of ribeye. Well, this makes it a bit easier. They've cut everything back. That's the dream. This is the goat spot. These fish heads have been in my freezer in the flat for well over a year now. They're finally getting used. Oh, that smells bad, which is good. Video relies on you working. Kind of just gotta hope no one nicks that now. Whoa, whoa. That could have been bad. Let's pray these go a little better, because otherwise we ain't gonna have nothing to cook tomorrow. Not even tomorrow. It's Friday now. I need these cooked on Monday. Slightly anxious, they're quite exposed, but we're in the hands of the public, not to be arseholes now. Also, pick your own shit up, people. Okay, now, and I cannot stress this enough, it is paramount that we drive home pretty fucking carefully. What we do is this. It's the boys' new home for a little bit. Out. Fuck, we might have overcooked this. That's way too many. Oh wow, that is way too many. We eating good! We want to try and get as much of the river off them this way as possible. I can actually bust out a toy that I bought for this exact reason. Last year, maybe the year before when I was doing this, I had a catch that was equally too big. And, well, I'll just show you. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the crayfish spoon. It's a massive wooden spoon. I think it's like for salads or some shit. I got it in Portugal. Actually, I bought it for a mate as an inconveniently large present for him to have to take around Portugal all the time. And I've ended up using it to stir these motherfuckers around when they're in the bath. We just fill up the bath with water to about here. So they've got plenty of water to move around in. The reason we're filling it up so much is because there's a lot of them, and you know, I've got to leave this at least overnight before I refill the water. So we want to give them enough water so there's enough oxygen so they can just be alive, basically. And while they're in here, they basically shit out everything they've been eating in the river. So you change the water. But during the day, I'll change the water once every 3 hours. So they just shit everything out over the next 24, 48 hours, and then they're ready to cook. And look, while that's filling up, I know there's gonna be some of you who are like, Ted, it's so cruel to take these things out of their home and then put them in boiling water and eat them. Look, they're invasive, they fuck up the English waterways, they killed all our native crayfish. And regarding the boiling them alive thing, don't worry. I stab them in the head first. Okay, stream is done. It's been 6 hours since we put these guys in here. Look at the color of that water. So we're gonna drain this, refill it with fresh water, and do the same a few times tomorrow. Water changed, Beautiful, that can go off. That'll be a gross colour in the morning. It's pretty overfull just because I want them to have as much oxygen as possible, so, you know, they're not suffering until we kill them. Anyway, oh yeah, these are the glasses I got given. They're like blue light glasses. I wear them in the evenings now. Have a nice night, fellas and ladies, I assume. It's your last one. Good morning, lads. How we going? Okay, it's nearly go time for the boys. What we do now, for the last hour they're in there, is we just dump a load of ice in the water. And basically what that does is it makes them go into hibernation mode. So they just go all sleepy and they're not crazy, and most of them just like go unconscious. Doesn't hurt them, that's just what happens to them in the winter, they hibernate. And then we can, look, I'm not gonna show you me doing it, but there's basically a line in the back of their head and you, all right, that's enough. So I'm not gonna show me doing it, because I know YouTube probably won't like it, and neither will some of you lot, but just so you know, that's what's about to happen. Here's the sleepy stuff. Oh, boys, it's about to get quite chilly. Right, we're running them a bath. That's hot. It's gonna get hotter. Also, what we need for this is a lot of salt. When I say a lot of salt, I mean a lot of salt. Considering how many batches we're gonna have to do, we're about 10 in this part. There's more lights on here. Yes. Now we're not actually going to eat any of this tonight. We're just prepping them tonight. Right. It's time. Okay. I'm going to go and do the deed. Well, by God, I'm going to bring them in here and do the deed. And then next thing you'll see of the crayfish, they'll be cooking. The boys. That's a big old stock pot. And I think that's probably going to take 3 or 4 batches for the amount we got. And then we'll be good. I do sometimes use Old Bay seasoning. I just dump a load of Old Bay seasoning into the water. It obviously imparts that flavor. But this time, I want to actually make a stock out of the water that's left over. Just makes a really good fish stock, basically. So I'm not dumping a load of Old Bay in it, because that's all I'll be able to taste otherwise. I would do each batch for about 15 minutes. I'd rather be over than under. That's all there is to it, really. A lot of boiling, then a lot of peeling. See you in a bit. Right, these lot are done. Rinse and repeat. Right, I've just done the final head count, if that's what you want to call it. You put 3 traps out. The traps were about 10 meters apart. There's 159 crayfish in here. That's covering 30 meters in river. Try and tell me these things aren't infestation. This is the color they go when you cook them. Now, we have to start the process. Taking the tails and the claws off. I know this looks like swamp water right now. It's gonna taste good, I promise you, okay? All right, these have cooled and are dry. Stock has reduced. It's still a grim color. Give this geezer a little strain. Light work. 3 stations to be peeled, have been peeled. Edible meat. Over the leg, little twist, how you going, little twist, how you going, yoink, edible. I mean, if you can be bothered to do the claws, these ones are quite big, so I will. Repeat. 159 times or how many there were.
Here's a song to go behind a time lapse of Ted peeling 159 crayfish. Here's a song to go behind a time lapse of Ted peeling 159 crayfish.
And now we're left with these beauties. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to now. What we have on the go currently. So right now, we have 1/2 of the 48 pounds worth of ribeye that I bought. I've just salted it up to draw some of the moisture out. I'll obviously wash the salt off because that's an insane amount of sodium for anyone. Now, I asked the butchers to just chuck the bones in because I was gonna chuck them in a stock pot. It's always good shit. But what I'm thinking, some of my neighbors have dogs. If I was a dog, I'd want that. There's a specific dog on the corner called Bruno. Bruno is not a massive fan of me. Maybe this is a good peace offering. Right, Bruno lives on the corner here. Hey, Bruno. Hello. This is Bruno. Hello. I was just at the butcher's. He gave me a load of steak. Would Bruno accept a peace offering?
I'm sure he would. He only barks because he wants fuss. It's nothing like...
Does this constitute
I'm
fuss?
sure it does. You're welcome to give it to
Right.
me. I don't know, I've never had a bone, but you're welcome.
They all say it's cow's bone. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's like, what is that?
There you go. You're a big softie after all, aren't
He
you?
is actually a big soft here.
Bless
It's
him.
his mouth.
Oh my god, look at him. You're very welcome, Bruno.
Thank you very much.
That's
So
okay.
thank you.
If I get any more, I'll
Thank you.
drop them around. Oh, I reckon that worked. Gonna let the steak do its thing for a little bit longer. I'll show you the meat we got. And I'll tell you what we're gonna do with some of it. Because it's too much to eat all in one sitting. Well, there's not, but it feels stupid to eat that much in one sitting, you know. I have been thinking about this meal for 4 days now. Right, we got crayfish we caught from half a mile away. Half of that 50 pounds worth of ribeye I bought from the butcher's when I got slightly distracted. All of it's cooked in garlic butter, and we actually made some of our own garlic butter to go on top. Crayfish tails I also dunked in the stock we made yesterday, and then it's on a bed of spinach because I know you lot would give me shit if I didn't have any green on my plate. It's just like the best surf and turf. Now people say it's hard to eat healthy, and you might go, Ted, there's like half a kilo of butter in this, it's not healthy. You're right, there is half a kilo of butter in it, but this is first meal of the day. I'm about to run 15k. It's too good. It's too good to not eat like this, you know? High fat, high protein is just the go. Okay. I haven't really got anything more to say. That was way harder than it should have been. Anyway. See you next week.